Last weekend, both WWE and AEW hit new lows with their latest events, Wrestlepalooza and All Out Toronto. WWE Wrestlepalooza pulled in just 810,000 total viewers, making it the second lowest rated PLE in company history. On platforms, 545,000 on Netflix and 265,000 on ESPN. The only show it managed to outperform was the original Evolution PLE, which did 722,000 viewers on the WWE network. Between the shit build and constant creative mishaps, Wrestlepalooza will go down as one of the worst events in WWE history. This is what happens when a PLE has a 5-match format. All Out Toronto drew 135,000 pay-per-view buys. That's a big jump from Forbidden Door, which did 76,000 buys, but still ranks as the second lowest buy rate in show history, beating only last year's disastrous 48,000 buys. The build was horrendous, the booking for a lot of matches was questionable at best, and there were stretches of garbage wrestling. It was not a good show. In short, both events bombed in terms of metrics, but All Out, despite its flaws, easily stands above Wrestlepalooza.
Thanks for the metrics analysis, Han.
No problem.
Okay, let's find out why these shows weren't good. First off, WWE Wrestlepalooza, a 0.81 rating. Pathetic. And the reason why they did this number is quite simple. It's because of the 5-match format. This is the reason why storylines are dragging. This is the reason why superstars are getting left out. This is the reason why they aren't getting over. This is the reason why fans are tuning out. This is the reason why the product is the worst it has ever been. The 5-match format. You could say it's because of social media feed. You could say it's because of the overabundance of PLEs. You could even say it's because WWE came up with a PLE name straight out of ECW. But all that, excuses. This is the reason. The 5-match format. And let's take a look at the card, shall we? Cena versus Lesnar in the opener? On what planet would you have a match of that magnitude start the show? You gotta be kidding me. And how was it? 9 minutes. Basic offense from both men. That's what it was. A typical moveset style match that you'd see from Brock Lesnar because he's too lazy to do anything nowadays. And to make matters even worse, Lesnar defeats Cena clean with one F5. How disrespectful to both Cena and Lesnar. This is what you want fans to pay $30 a month for? Cena and Lesnar in a 9-minute opener with little to no storytelling at all and a bunch of trademark moves. Seriously, Hunter. Next, a standard TV quality tag match with LA Knight as the special referee. What the hell are we doing? Why would you do this to L.I. Drake? Why do this to the Usos? Why do this to Rex Steiner? Why do this to Bronson Reed? Why, Hunter, why? World Women's title match. This was genuinely good. Io and Vaquera delivered psychology rare in WWE Women's Wrestling. The only takeaway from this match is the fact that it went 20 minutes. Otherwise, the match was fantastic. Mixed tag match. Rollins and Lynch versus Punk and AJ. Best build of the show, and the match itself was decent. Fun, entertaining, story-driven, urgent. Matches like this aren't easy to pull off, but given how good these four are in the ring, they managed to pull it off. It wasn't amazing, but it did what it could to entertain. Main event. Predictable from Jumpstart. Nobody expected Cody to lose, but that's Triple H's booking in a nutshell. And now, All Out. Now, as a wrestling show, it was actually pretty decent for the most part. Some great matches, some great moments, but in terms of booking and storytelling, it didn't deliver. And then we had to sit through the usual garbage hardcore wrestling that AEW just can't let go of. I mean, look at the main event for 0 Hour. An 8-women's tag full of weapons. Embarrassing. MJF in a match involving tables and thumbtacks? Cringe. Mercedes versus Riho for the TBS title? You know how rare it is that Mercedes is bigger than her opponent? And why was Riho in a match on pay-per-view, let alone for a title? Hangman versus Fletcher in the main event for the biggest prize in the company, which ended up being the match of the night. Not to mention the fact that they had Cope and Christian versus FTR in the opener. It's no wonder this show only did 135,000 buys. Both shows had horrendous builds. Both had shitty storylines, especially All Out. Both had terrible match placements, and both companies are doing new lows. But let's be honest, all wrestling products are hitting new lows right now. You look anywhere in the business, TNA, New Japan, MLW, NWA, AAA, CMLL. The business as a whole is at an all-time low, and it's all because of the two promoters. Triple H and Tony Khan are the sole reasons why the business has been hitting up Schitt's Creek. Like, look at TNA. For the guys who actually watch it, when you look back at what Scott D'Amore was doing as a promoter, you would see that the product was at its lowest point in history when compared to when his former partner Don Callis was running things, when the product was actually trending upward for the most part. In case you didn't know, the last pay-per-view under D'Amore did 8,000 buys, the lowest ever buy rate of all time. Had D'Amore bought the company last year, things would have been much worse. New Japan. Hiroshi Tanahashi as the president. Is that product even watchable anymore? There's been literally nothing of importance from him ever since running New Japan. Their top stars are gone to AEW for one. The pandemic has taken a toll on the company. And to make matters worse, he has inserted himself in matches in the past, just like Scott D'Amore did in TNA. MLW, I don't know how that company's still alive at this point. Literally nobody cares about MLW anymore. It's like the company that barely exists under the radar. NWA, need I say anything about that company? A shit show, a dumpster fire, a debacle. When it rebooted in 2019, it was consistently trending upward. Looking at it now, it is unwatchable. It is unrecognizable. When you look at that company, you would wonder how it's still in business. And AAA and CMLL, do you care? The business has been operating the same way as it was back in 2007. But the difference is that in 2007, the business was going through hard times. And at least we still had something for temporarily lapsed fans to look forward to that year. It is safe to say 2025 is officially worse than 2007. In more ways than one, mind you. That's how bad this year has been. And these two shows are two of the reasons the business is dying. Terrible. Just terrible.
So what did you think about this topic? Do you think the business is at an all-time low? Comment your thoughts down below and be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. No Mercy Review is coming soon. Stay tuned.